All right, it's another Reid reviews. Hey Reid, and we're looking at the mashers for the Marvel Comics collection. Tell us about them.
Well, right here we got the villains, and here we have all the Avengers.
So you got a villains row, an Avengers row.
And here we have all the street heroes, and here we have the Guardians. Here we have 2 X-Men. And so that's all we have, and there's all our extra parts over there.
All right, so fast as you can, starting up there with Loki.
Okay.
Walk through all of them, just point.
Well, we have Loki, and he was in a 2-pack with Hulk, I think.
Okay.
And here's Venom. He was a single pack, and he came with his own gun. Here's Dr. Doom. I can't remember if he was in a 2 or 1-pack.
He was a 1-pack.
Okay, here's Goblin. He was a 1. Here's Hobgoblin. He was a 1. Here's Ironmonger. I think he was a 2 with Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
And here's Dr. Octopus. He was a 2-pack with Armored Spider-Man. Here is Whiplash. He was a 1-pack. Here is Hulkbuster Iron Man, but that one didn't have, that one had more detail than the one that came in a simple pack, so I switched the 2 out. So that's actually the Hulkbuster, and that one's actually just a single
Could you like the detail on this one better? Okay.
And so here is Iron Man Hulkbuster. Here is Glow Up Iron Man. He's a deluxe figure.
Tony Stark head.
Yeah. And here is Thor, and here's the newer Captain America. Here's the older, classicer Captain America.
Tell us about the difference in the articulation. Use the 2 caps as an example.
Okay, the newer ones can only go up and down, and they can't move here.
So they don't have ball-jointed shoulders.
Yeah.
And they don't have ankle articulation.
Yeah, but the new ones can do both of those
The old ones.
Oh, yeah, the old ones.
The earlier releases have ball-jointed shoulders and ankle articulation, whereas the newer releases, Hasbro cheaped out a little bit and started cutting corners. Yeah. Okay. Still great figures, but we like the articulated better.
And here's Ant-Man with his ant guns. He never uses them or anything. Here is...
They could just be ant companions. They don't have to be guns. They're just made to attach to him.
They look mechanical. And so here's the Hulk.
Classic Hulk.
Yeah. And here's Falcon from the Avengers cartoon, or classic.
Also, and Redbird. Where's Redbird? There he is.
There's
okay.
Redbird. And here is A-Bomb from the Hulk Smash style.
Agents of Smash.
Yeah. And here is Ghost Rider.
My personal favorite.
That we used in the Star Wars review.
Yeah, and you never really see Ghost Rider in stores much anymore. He came and went fast.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping they'll do Moon Knight Masher.
Here's the Armored Spidey that came with Doc Ock.
Yes. And while you're on Armored Spider, this is a basic Spider-Man Masher figure, but he's tricked out with all these deluxe. There's a ton of deluxe packs on these. So as you can see, this is just the extra parts with the collection we have. So if you got heavy into Mashers, you would have a ton.
Here's the heads.
Like right here, here's just hands. Extra hands and stuff. Wolverine, Spider-Man, Carnage, Hulk, Destroyer. But sometimes what's really cool with the hands, like there's Beta Ray Bill's Stormbringer, and there's Destroyer's Fist, and you also get like extra heads. So there's Planet Hulk, Nova, Wolverine Unmasked, Destroyer, Beta Ray Bill, a couple Iron Man. So you can actually build at least partially other characters that they haven't even released by getting extra heads and body parts.
And so here we have Agent Venom. He's a single pack.
Okay, let me make a quick gripe here. Agent Venom, kind of like with Drax the Destroyer or Groot, they're great figures, but they have these arm attachments and no simple arms. So like Drax has this attached sword, and he doesn't have another plain green hand for a detachment so that you can just get a basic figure. Now with Mashers, the great thing is that they do have all these extra parts, or you can use an arm from another character. So let's say I wanted to swap Drax's arm out. I could probably use the Hulk arm, although it's too big. But there are options. There are things you can do to make a basic figure. But my only gripe about that is, like, I wish that
it could come
Agent Venom, had a plain black hand and a cannoned arm. But it is what it is. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so then we have Iron Spider, who is a deluxe. We have the newer Spider-Man. But yeah,
you can show the bucks again on these. Newer one without the web design, better articulation.
But what I did...
I'm sorry, older has better articulation. Newer one, not so much. But more
it has
detail.
Better detail.
Yes, much better detail with the webs on.
Yeah. But actually, what I did, since he does not have his normal hands, I gave him his normal hands because this one actually came with web shooting hands.
Okay. Which is one of the great things about mashers, right?
Yeah.
There's the web. If you move, there's the web hands right there. Check it. Okay.
And so then we have the normal Spider-Man, who was my first masher. I got him on my birthday, and then we went to go see Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so he comes with this web that he can shoot.
Okay.
At the end, it's actually a spider shape.
Nice.
And so then we have Daredevil. He's one of the newer
Probably my
ones.
second favorite masher, yeah.
Yeah, and he has like one that's swooping up and one that's regular.
Yeah.
His baton thingies.
Also kind of hard to find. I haven't seen Daredevil much.
Here's Groot. His arm is extendable.
Love Groot. Yes.
And and he's the only masher who has posable fingers. And
posable fingers. Let's get a closer. He does have articulated fingers. Dang, that's cool.
And he has this attachment hand to make his hand look longer.
Oh,
but it
heck
comes
yes.
Off. It's a weapon that he can use.
Yes.
And so we have Nova.
Oh, we're getting into my favorite team now.
The Guardians.
Yes.
And so...
Nova, not technically a Guardian of the Galaxy, but he's right in there.
But the thing with Nova is that Drax actually came with extra Nova parts. So you can have Nova with this darker head and blue eyes.
Cool.
And you can have Nova with darker fists and a stone in the gauntlet. And you can have Nova with like a comic book blast instead of a clear blast. And it's a darker hand. So yeah, that's
good luck finding Drax though.
Yeah.
He was like a fluke.
Here's Star-Lord, Peter Quill, and he isn't really that much, but he doesn't even have the good articulation.
Yeah, I thought he should have like black or gray pants too. I didn't really care for the bright blue, like a gray T-shirt from the movie and a darker pants. But it's action figure, so
he has his blaster that he used in the movie.
Yeah.
And then Drax.
Did I say Ghost Rider was my favorite? I'm switching to Drax. I love the bright green on this guy. I love that he comes with a big red sword.
And he has
not real crazy about the attached blade arm, but he looks pretty cool if you detach that and put Nova's hand on there. Yeah. And again, that's the whole masher shtick.
And here's Rocket Raccoon.
Yes.
The smallest masher.
One gripe about him is, guess what?
What?
The tail. It comes off all the time. It's very loose.
And his gun.
Turn him around so you see the... Yeah. That's just an awesome action figure. It's probably with all the Marvel Universe and Marvel Legends that have kind of cut corners on Rocket's articulation. It's really nice that the masher did not do that. He's got ball-jointed hips, and he's got all the articulation a Rocket figure should have. So,
okay, Daddy, you hold him for a minute. I want to go get something.
What are you getting? Rocket Raccoon. Ain't nobody like me. There's only one of me. Thank you, Bradley Cooper. All right, what do you got there?
Okay, so Rocket is actually the smallest masher.
Okay. He is. Smaller than Yoda. True. Man, that would be a
great
double.
Team up.
That'd be a team up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe they should do that in the comics now that Disney owns all of them. So. All right, good job, guys. Today, there's our Marvel Mashers collection.
We forgot to.
What'd we do? Oh, we did.
So
Iceman, Bobby Drake.
Yeah, the cool thing about his weapon is that there's actually a fist in there if you look closely.
Awesome.
And it can also be a sword.
Also hard to find, Iceman.
Yeah. There we go. It can also be a sword.
Now, if you get the Thor with the beard, which we actually have downstairs and haven't brought him up yet, he has Frost Giant parts. And this would be the perfect body to make a Frost Giant.
Yeah. And here's Wolverine.
Love the Wolverine.
Yeah,
wanting to find, there's a brown one.
Yeah.
And hoping to find that.
His arm is loose.
Yeah. The arm a little loose. But he has all kinds of tricked out, like
Yeah.
Like there's two of his tricked out hands.
Drax is newer, but he has the good articulation because he is based off of Wolverine's mold.
Cool.
So is Hobgoblin. He's newer, but he's based off of Green Goblin's mold.
Cool.
But I want to show them something that looks pretty cool.
Sorry. Okay.
This looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. There's Logan. All right, Logan, we'll see you later, man. You guys tune back in for another review soon. We done, Reid?
Yeah.